Hey there guys, Luke here with the Outdoor Gear Review. I hope you're all doing well. Today for this episode, we're taking a look at the ThruNite TN36 Flashlight. Let me just go ahead and say that this thing is just incredibly powerful. It will burn a hole in the atmosphere. It's that bright. 6,510 lumens. It's a monster. It's incredibly powerful. This is definitely not made for everybody, but for a selected few, law enforcement and so on. But I tell you, this thing is very, very impressive. Now, while there is a lot of good to this flashlight, there are a couple things that are slight negatives that we will talk about. Go ahead and get comfortable. Let's take a look at this flashlight now. All right, so here's the flashlight, the box. I'll tell you what, it's a big flashlight. It's also a big box. This is the TN36 cool white version, 6,510 lumens. The flashlight comes wrapped up inside of this piece of plastic here. Of course, very, very good quality. You get a little booklet talking about other flashlights and so on. You get the instruction manual for the TN36. You receive this very nice holster. And of course, you get the flashlight. You receive a lanyard, an additional switch, and some O-rings. Very good quality holster, and with a flashlight of this size, you will definitely need it because this thing is very, very heavy. The TN36 comes in at 1 pound, 5 ounces. That is incredibly heavy for a flashlight. This is not the type of flashlight that you would go hiking with or backpacking with. This is for law enforcement. This is for military. This is for individuals who possibly have a large bit of land, a farm, something where you have to see very far out, very, very bright, where you would need a lot of light. And I tell you what, this flashlight really does deliver in that regards. So my friends, here is the ThruNite TN36. Incredibly nice, incredibly powerful. As mentioned, this is not for everybody. Here's the selector switch, the on-off switch as well. Has a light indicator right in the middle of that switch. Here are the LEDs. And those LEDs are Cree MKRs. With this flashlight, she runs on 4 18650 batteries in this cylinder right here. It takes a lot of juice to power this flashlight. And of course, this is typical ThruNite quality, nicely lubricated threads, just fantastic quality all around, just like what you would expect. All aluminum, feels great, just excellent attention to detail. Right here is the location for the lanyard, so you can attach that if you need to. So we'll just cycle through the modes now, and we'll start with the lowest, which is moonlight mode, firefly mode to some. That is 1.6 lumens. That is low, which is 116 lumens. That is medium, 785. That is 2,280. And that is 6,510. It's so incredibly bright. It's crazy. There is a strobe mode. Double click to access that. And there you go. That is the TN36. This is waterproof to IPX8 standards, 1.5 meters. It is impact resistant to 2 meters. Now when it comes to performance, let's check out some night footage now. 6,500 lumens. It's crazy bright. So with the flashlight on low, I'm going to walk down here a little ways and then turn it on to turbo so you can see the 6,500 lumens. You're going to be impressed. Good grief, guys. I don't think President Obama likes what I just did to the ozone layer, you know what I'm saying? Incredibly bright. 6,500 lumens of power. Very, very impressive. I'm going to hop behind the camera now, and we'll start going through the different modes. So, to start off, we have Firefly mode. All 3 LEDs are firing away. Well, let's go up to the next setting. As you can see there, it's definitely throwing that beam a pretty good distance. It's definitely bright. Let's go to the next setting. Oh, yes. Definitely powerful. Okay, next setting. Check that out. Does a really good job of throwing. You see the trees in the background there? Now let's go ahead and crank it up to turbo. Golly! It's just incredible. Look at that power. Sorry, ozone. Strobe mode, seizure mode, whatever you want to call it. We're going to go ahead and turn the flashlight back onto turbo mode because there's something I want to talk to you guys about. Now, I've been testing this out for a couple of weeks now, been using it for my night hikes, and I can tell you one thing, that this thing is too heavy to be a good hiking flashlight, but really it's not meant to be a hiking flashlight, but that's just a good way for me to test things out since I'm out hiking so much. Now, the issue that I really want to focus on and talk about is heat. We're on turbo mode right now, and this is the full 6,510 lumens, and already this thing is becoming very, very hot. Now, with my testing so far, while running this flashlight on turbo, it becomes alarmingly hot. After about 20 minutes, I can hardly hold this flashlight at all. I would have to grip the very end of the flashlight just like this just to be able to hold it. Otherwise, it is so hot throughout the body of the flashlight that you cannot touch it. Now, to be honest, it's a little bit alarming. With a flashlight this powerful that can get this hot, already this is uncomfortably hot to hold. You would expect that after maybe 2 minutes or something, there would be some sort of failsafe where it would kick it down from turbo, maybe down to high or medium. But no, it will continue to run at full blast until you turn it down yourself. I tell you, I'm a little bit concerned when it gets that hot. What is going to happen to the batteries inside of this? Another issue that I want to talk about is the color balance for these LEDs. This is cool white, but as you can see there, that's awfully yellow. It's very colored. It's almost like a neutral white instead. And that's one thing that I noticed while hiking around with this flashlight. I like cool white. And with this flashlight performs very much like a neutral white flashlight. It's very yellowish, it has that tint to it. And I tell you what, with 6,000 lumens plus, you really notice the yellow of that light. So I'm not sure if that's because of the LEDs, the MKs, but yeah, it has a very yellowish light tint to it. And I would prefer this to be a true cool white version where it's just almost blue. I really like that. That's more my type. Everybody has a different type when it comes to neutral white and cool white. I like cool white. To me, to be honest, it's a little bit alarming when you have that much heat building up inside of a flashlight with that many batteries. I'm not sure what could happen, but it doesn't seem right to me. I have the flashlight on high right now, and the amount of heat that's coming off, my hand is very, very hot. Uncomfortably hot. I mean, that almost burns me right there. It really does. That's uncomfortable. I have not heard or read of anybody having any issues with heat other than it gets hot, but I figured that it is worth mentioning. If you're going to be carrying this out and maybe you're search and rescue, something like that, make sure to bring your gloves because you will need them unless you want to be holding your flashlight like this. I promise you. 1 pound, 5 ounces, 6,510 lumens. It's a lot of power. It's a lot of weight. $200, it's expensive. But overall, it is a fantastic light. If you guys have any questions for me, please feel free, drop me a line, let me know. I will see you guys around. Strength and honor. Take care.